Welcome to CBSE Tutorials. This is your next video of explaining classifying angles. Page number 31, figure it out based upon this explanation of your class 6th NCERT GANITA PRAKASH. Angles are classified in three groups as shown below. Right angles are shown in the second group, this one. What could be the common feature of the other two groups? Now, in the first group, all angles are less than right angle. Or, in the second group, all the angles are more than right angles. It means all the angles which are less than a right angle, or in other words, less than a quarter turn, such angles are called acute angles. Simple definition for class 6 students. What are acute angles? All angles which are less than right angle, they are known as acute angles. So very important question. What are acute angles? What are acute angles? What is the right answer? All the angles which are less than right angle, means which are less than 90 degree, they are known as acute angles. So the first group is of acute angles. They are less than right angle or 90 degree. In the third group, all angles are greater than a right angle. Look here. These angles are greater than right angle, but less than a straight angle. They are less than a straight angle. The turning is more than a quarter turn and less than a half turn. Such angles are called obtuse angle. Next, very important question. What are obtuse angles? Right answer is all angles which are greater than right angle but less than straight angle are called obtuse angles. This is very important question. In exams, you may asked differentiate between right angles, acute angles and obtuse angles. So angle having 90 degree, here they are known as right angle. Angle less than 90 degree are known as acute angles, and angles more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree, they are known as obtuse angles. Right? Now, exercise page number 31. Figure it out. Identify acute, right, obtuse and straight angles in the previous figures. In this figure, these are first group acute, then right, then obtuse. What about straight angle? Straight angle is like this. Acute angles are less than 90 degree. Obtuse angles are more than 90 degree and less than straight angle. More than 90 degree, more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. Okay? Make a few acute angles and a few obtuse angles. Draw them in different orientations. So first one, acute angles. This is right angle. The angles which are less than right angle, they are known as acute angles. Okay? Then what about obtuse angle? obtuse angles. This is straight angle, this is right angle. Now, more than 90 degree. More than 90 degrees, like this, like this, like this. These angles are known as obtuse angles. They are more than 90 degree, but less than straight angle, right? Now next question of your Ganita Prakasha. Question number 3. Look at this question. Question number 3. Do you know what the words acute and obtuse mean? Acute means sharp and obtuse means blunt. Why do you think these words have been chosen? My dear student, acute angles are sharp angles. They are sharp angles. Look here, because all acute angles are less than 90 degree, they are sharp angles. And all obtuse angles are more than 90 degree, so they are blunt angles. They are blunt angles. That's why we have chosen the words acute for such type of angles and obtuse for such type of angles according to their shape, right? Question number 4. Find out number of acute angles in each of the following figures below. What will be the next figure and how many acute angles will it have? Do you notice any pattern in the numbers? Now look here, how many acute angles are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 acute angles are there. Then acute angles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 acute angles. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 acute angles. So these are the multiples of 3. Pattern is multiple of 3. 3 fours are 12, 3 fives are 15. Right? Now, what will be the next figure after this figure? The next figure is like this. Draw same figure as you are seeing here. One triangle, second one, third one. Now next figure is like this. You have to draw fourth triangle like this. This is your next figure. Right? Very simple. Now measuring angles. What about measuring angles? We have seen how to compare two angles. But can we actually quantify how big an angle is using a number without having compared it to another angle? We saw how various angles can be compared using a circle. Perhaps a circle could be used to assign measure of angles like this. Look here. 2.12, 0 degree, then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 50, 60, 70, 180. Now 180 gives you straight angle, 0 to 180. Then your reflex angle started. It starts from 180 and less than 360. What about acute angles? They are less than 90 degree. What are obtuse angles? They are more than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. To assign precise measures to angles, mathematics came up with an idea. They divide the angles in the center of the circle into two parts, right? Look here how. 360 equal angles or parts. I have shown you the angle measure of each of these unit parts is 1 degree, which is written as 1 degree. The unit part is used to assign measures to any angle. The measure of an angle is a number of 1 degree. Unit parts it contains inside it. For example, look here, 30 units. Now 30 units of 1 degree. Angle, and so we say that its angle measure is 30 degree, right? Now measures of different angles. What is the measure of full turn in degrees? Full turn measure is 360. Now what we call it? Complete angle. The angle having measure 360 degree is known as complete angle. And it is shown like this, complete angle. Complete angle. This is how we can show complete angle, right? It is of 360 degree full turn. Okay. Now next one is, what is the measure of right angle? It is 90 degree. Straight angle, it is 180 degree. Remember all these things for your exams. Now pinch of history. Full turn has been divided into 360 degree. Why 360? The reason why we use 360 today is not fully known. The division of circle into (360) parts goes back to ancient times. The Rig Veda, one of the very oldest texts of humanity, going back thousands of years, speaks of a wheel of 360 spokes. Many ancient calendars, also going back over 3000 years, such as calendars of India, Persia, Babylonia, and Egypt, were based on having 360 days in a year. In addition, Babylonian mathematicians frequently used divisions of 60 and 360 due to their use of sexagesimal numbers and counting by 60s. Perhaps the most important and practical answer for why mathematicians over the years have liked and continue to use 360 degrees is that 360 is the smallest number that can be evenly divided by all numbers up to 10, aside from 7. Thus, one can break up the circle into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 10 equal parts and still have a whole number of degrees in each part. Note that 360 is also evenly divisible. Now look here. 360 is evenly divisible by 12. This is the second reason. First one is 360 is the smallest number that can be exactly evenly divided by all numbers. Number 2, why 360 is chosen? 360 is also evenly divisible by 12, very important. The number of months in a year, and by 24, the number of hours in a day. These facts all make the number 360 very useful. Now the circle has been divided into 12 parts below. What are the degree measures for the resulting angles? Write the degree measures down near the indicated angles. Now this is the first circle divided into 2, then like 3 parts, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Degree measures of different angles. How can we measure other degrees? How can we measure other degrees? This is very important. It is for this purpose that we have a tool called protractor. that is either a circle divided into 360 equal parts as shown in figure 2.12 on page 32, or a half circle divided into 180 equal parts. Now where it is, I'm showing you again. Look here. It is divided up to 0 to 180, then 180 to 360. Okay. Now half we take here from 0 to 180, and from here we take this from 180 to 360. Okay. So this is what half instrument, half that protector is used for measuring the other degree measures of different angles, right? Now look here, next page. Unlabeled protector. This is unlabeled protector. Here is the protector. Do you see the straight angle at the, this is the straight angle at the center divided into 180 units of 1 degree. Only part of the lines dividing the straight angle are visible. Though starting from the marking on the rightmost point of the base, there is a long mark for every 10 degree. There is a long mark for every 10. Okay. For every 10 there is a long mark. From every such long mark, there is a medium sized mark after 5 degree. After 5, this is what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 degree. Right? Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for 10, this long mark is there for 10 degree. Right? Again here 15, and this is for 10 again, 20 degree, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, all are acute angles, 80, less than 90, these all are acute angles, right? All are acute angles. Now what about this? Straight line, perpendicular line, 90 degree. It is right angle. It is right angle. Okay. Then here again 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, and this is what? 180. So all the angles starting from 90 degree to 180 degree, they are obtuse angles. And what about this angle? This complete angle is of 180 degree. It is straight angle. Straight angle. And the angles starting from 180 degree to 360 degree. Okay, starting from 180 up to 360, they are known as reflex angles. Simply, I have shown you about different types of angles. Now, next question, very important. Figure it out. In this question, write the measures of the following angles: KAL, KAL. What is the measure of KAL? Now, this is your right angle. How we can? Here, I'll take the help of protector. This is our protector. You have to put this middle of the protector on the vertex, right? Like this. And the zero line over here. Zero line of the protector on AL line. It comes out to be 10, 20, 30 degree. Okay, so this angle is of 30 degree. Angle KL is of 30 degree. It is solved over here. Now next one, very important, making use of the medium sized and large size marks it. Is it possible to count the number of units in 5 or 10? Yes. Angle WAL, WAL. So I am right. Again putting this on here. Zero line. It is of you can do like this. WAL. WAL, this is the middle line, zero line. Look, I am placing here the middle of the protector on the what is A and zero line of the protector on AW. Okay, on AW, zero line of the protector. Now, here is AL. It is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This is of 50 degree. So what about your angle WAL? It is of 50 degree. What about TAK? TAK. Very simple. Again, put the middle of the protector on the what is A. Zero line on AT ray. This angle is count from 0. 60, 100, 110, 120. Starting from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. So this angle is of 120. I am measuring this angle. It is of 120 degree. Right? What about angle TAK? 120 degree. Okay? Next question. This is labeled protector. Look carefully. There are two sets of numbers on the protector, one increasing from right to left and the other increasing from left to right. Why does it include two sets of numbers? Because अगर हमें इस तरफ से zero line रखनी है रे के ऊपर, then we start counting from 0 here, and if we have line from this side ray, then we place the protector like this and we count from 0. Okay, that's why we have numbers on both the sides. Two sets of numbers are there. Next one. Name the different angles in the figure and write their measures. Now different angles are what? Angle POQ, POR, POS, POT, POQ, straight angle. Again, QOR, in this way you can write down all the angles and you can measure them, right? Now next one is, did you include angles such as angle TOQ, which set of markings did you use? You can do it yourself, right? How can we measure angles directly without having to subtract? What is the degree measure of angle AOB? With the help of protractor, we can mark this. This is of 100 degree Celsius or 50. It is of 50. Why? We are placing our protractor on ray OB. Zero line is on OB. From this side we count from 0, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So this angle is of 80 degree. Okay. So make your own protractor. You can make your own protractor also. Next one is figure it out. Find the degree measures of the following angles using your protractor. Put your protractor like this. Yes. Center of the protractor on the vertex and zero line on the ray. Count from here 0, 0, 2. It is of 45. Between 40 and 50, the angle is of 45 degree. Right? Now what about angle GHK? Place like this. Start counting from 0. It is of 20 degree. Then measure this angle like this. It is of 110 degrees Celsius. Right? Question number 2. Find the degree measures of different angles in your classroom using your protractor. You can find this. If you come to know how to use the protractor, you can measure any angle. Now find the degree measures for the angles given below. Check if your paper protractor can be used over here. So what is the measure of this angle? Put your protractor like this. Zero line on this line. This is sorry. Don't move your protractor. This is a 40 degree angle. And what about this? This is your, here is the line. One hundred fifteen degree. How can you find the degree measure of the angle given below using a protractor? Mark line. This is an example of reflex angle, students. It is more than 180 degree. Mark a line like this. Okay. Then measure this angle first, then this. After measuring both the angles, add them. What is the measure of this angle? Yes. Start counting from 0 over here. This is your 140 degree. Then what about the next angle? Okay, start from 0. It is of 60. No, it is not of 60. Once again, start from 0 over here. It is of 120. It is of 120 degree, right? Now what about the measure of this complete one? It is 140 degree plus 120 degrees of 0 degrees 6 to 60 degree. Now let me check this answer. Complete angle is of 360 degree. If we minus 260 degree, it comes out to be 100 degree. Angle should be there. So measure this angle. It should be of 100 degree. Then your answers are true. Yes, this angle is of 100 degree. This angle is of 100 degree. Okay? In this way, you can find out the measure of given angle by using protractor. Now next one is question number 5. Measures and write the degree measures for each of the following angles. Measure. Keep the middle part of the protractor on the vertex like this. Zero line like this. This is off. Start. Oh, I'm placing. Keep it like that. It is off. Start counting from 0. 0, 0, say 80. It is of 80 degree. Then come to this angle. It is of 120. Okay. Next page. A lot of fun is there. If you come to know how to measure the angles, you can measure them easily. Yes. Like this. Start counting from 0. It is of 60 degree. Now here start counting from 0. It is 130. Yes, 130 degree. Now what about this angle? If you are placing your protractor in a correct manner, now your rays from in this direction, so count from here 0 to 130. Yes, it is of 130 degree again. Now what about this? Placing of protractor is very important. Start counting from 0 to 60. It is of 60 degree. Yes. Now what about this angle? Acute one, 60 degree, obtuse, obtuse. This is acute. Now next question. Find the degree measures of angle BXE, CXE, angle AXB and angle BXC. Let me complete this one. Where is the protractor? Yes. First one is BXE. 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 Start from 0. 115. So BX is 115 degree. Okay. This one is 115 degree. Next, CXE. CXE. It is of 85. This angle is of 85. Angle CXE is equal to 85 degree. Angle PXE is of 115 degree. Now next one is AXB. 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 It is of 125. It's of 125 degree. This angle is of 125 degree. Right? Then what about BXC? BXC. BXC. So place your center of the protector like this. Count from here 0 to 30. It is of, this angle is of 30 degree. Right? Your angle BXC is equal to 30 degree. Now let me check your answer. Add all these. 5 plus 5, 10, 15, all these angles. Okay. This is 115. This whole is 115. 115 plus 25 degree. What about this angle? AXB. AXB. AXB is of 65. It is of 65 degree. 65. 115 plus 65. 115 degree plus 65 becomes 10, 8, 1, 180 degree. Okay, 180 degree. It means angle AXE is equal to 180 degree is equal to angle this one. It is a straight angle. So straight angle. Your measurement is correct. Okay. What is the sum of angle BXE plus angle AXB? It should be 180 degree because all these angles lies on straight line. Okay. Now what about find the degree measures of angle PQR, PQS and angle PQT. PQR. PQR. Measurement of this angle is PQR. From 0, it is 45. 45. PQS. PQS. PQS 100. Yes. PQS is 100 degree. Then PQT. 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 This angle is PQT. Counting from 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, it comes out to be 150. Angle PQT is equal to 150 degree, right? So next one, do it yourself. Come to the next page, figure it out. Where are the angles? Now the hands of a clock make different angles at different times. At 1 o'clock, the angle between the hands is 30 degree. It is 30 degree. What will be the angle at 2 o'clock? Simply 5 divisions give us 30 degree. Then 10 gives us 60 degree. Then what about 4 o'clock? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 threes are 12. 120 degree. Then what about 6 o'clock? I am making here. This is a clock, hour hand and minute hand. It is on 12, it is on 6. Now what about this angle? It is of 180 degree at 6 o'clock, right? Now explore other angles made by the hands of a clock. Simply remember this, dear student, that 5 divisions, okay, the distance between two numbers in a clock, for example, between 12 and 1, makes an angle of 30 degree. Simply, if it is 2 o'clock, then it is 60 degree. Then if it is 3 o'clock, it is 90 degree. 4 o'clock, 120. 6 o'clock, 180. You can find out all the measure of angles of a clock in this manner. Okay? Just remember that 5 divisions or the gap between two numbers is of 30 degree angle. Right? Now question number 2 and 3 you can do yourself. They are very simple question. Just read out. Drawing angles. Again figure it out. This question. You have to draw these angles. 110 degree, 40 degree, 75, 112 degree, 134 degree. How you can make a line? I'll show you in the code. This one. Page number 50. Question number 2. Use a protractor to draw angles. First part is 110 degree. Make a line. This is your ray OB. Then put the center of your protractor on the vertex O and the zero line on the ray OB like this. Now from here start counting from 0. You have to make the angle of 110 degree. So from 0 come here at 110. Mark the point. Then join these two dots. You will get the angle of 110 10 degree. In this way, you can make other angles also. Okay. Now next angle is B part, that is 40 degree. Again mark a line like this. Name this ray A, B. Then on this point, place the middle of the protector, zero line on AB. Then from 0 count up to 40 degree. At 40 degree mark a point. Then carefully join these two dots. Mark this as C. Now angle CAB or BAC is of 40 degree. C part is 75 degree. Mark a line again. Name the line OP. Then take O as center. Starting from 0, mark at 75. Join these 2 points like this. This is an angle of 75 degree, right? First draw this line, then place this protector at 75, mark the point, join the point, you will get the angle of 75 degree. Now next is here D part 112 degree. Again make a line, make a ray PQ. Here put the middle of the protector on the point P. Starting from 0, mark 112. This is 100. Sorry, starting from 0. This is 100. Then 101, 100. This is 110. Then 111, 112. After 110, take 2 more lines. It is 112. Mark the point at 112 and join these. This is your 112 degree Mayer angle. Got it? Now what about the last part, 134? Now 134 I am making over here E part 134 degree. Again mark a line, mark a ray, name it PQ. Place your protector, middle of the protector on P, zero line on PQ. Starting from 0, mark 134. This is 130. This is 135. What about 134? Here comes 134. Join these 2 points like this. This angle is of 134 degree, right? Now next is question number 3. Now in question number 3, of page number 50. Look at this question. We have done this question number 2. After question number 2, question number 3, draw an angle whose degree measure is the same as the angle given below. So what is the degree measure of this? Place this protector like this. 0 line. Yes, starting from 0 it is 110. This angle is of 110 degree. 110 degree. How to draw 110 degree? Just we have done in second question. Mark one ray. Name it as BC. Okay. Now place your protector like this. Counting from 0. Mark 110. Join these 2 points. You will get 110 degree measure. It is the same as the figure given here, right? Now next is types of angles and their measures. Now what about types of angles and their measures? Straight angle 180, right angle 90 degree, less than 90, acute, more than 90 and less than 180, obtuse. So what is an acute angle? Again I am explaining you angles that are smaller than the right angle, less than 90 degree and greater than 0 degree, they are known as acute angles. Now what about obtuse angles? Angles that are greater than the right angle and less than the straight angle, that is greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree, are called obtuse angles. For example, this is 110, greater than 90 but less than 180. 130 degree, greater than 90 but less than 180 degree. So these are obtuse angles. Now what are reflex angles? Angles that are greater than the straight angle and less than the whole angle, that is greater than 180 degree and less than 360. Greater than 180 and less than 360, they are known as reflex angles. Now these are the examples of reflex angles. Next question. Figure it out. First question. In each of the following grades, join A to other grade points in the figure by a straight line to get acute angle. One is done for you. In the second one, you have to make acute angle. It should be less than, if we are joining these 3 points, we get right angle. Okay, but we have to draw acute angle. So we draw like this, straight line, join these dots, get an acute angle, right? In this way you can draw another acute angle. Now next one. What is the question here? You have to make an obtuse angle, means more than 90. Join these points, these dots, you will get obtuse angle more than 90 degree. Again, join these dots, you will get more than 90 degree obtuse angle. Now next one, reflex angle. Now in reflex angle, you have to make an angle which is more than 180. So you can join these dots. This is reflex angle more than 180. Now what about this? Join these dots. You get reflex angle more than 180. Right? In this way you can draw the given angles. Now use protractor to find the measures of each angle. Then classify each angle as acute, obtuse, right or reflex. So angle PTR. First one is angle PTR. PTR. Now look here, PTR. Place your protractor like this. The ray TR on zero line. Yes, perfect. This is of counting from 0, 10, 20, 30. So PTR is of 30 degree. PTR is of 30 degree. What about? So 30 degree means less than 90 degree. It is an acute angle. What about PTQ? PTQ. PTQ is of 60 degree. It is of 60 degree. Again, acute angle. Angle PTW. 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 It is of 115. 115 means obtuse angle. What about WTP? WTP. WTP. Reflex angle. How we can measure this? Mark one line like this. This angle is of, mark a straight line. Angle, suppose this is S. So angle WTS, this is of 180, straight angle. What about angle STP? STP is of 80 degree. So what is the sum of angle WTS plus angle STP? It is 180 degree plus 80 degree. It comes out to be 0, 16, 260 degree. Okay. So what is the measure of the angle WTP? It is a reflex angle more than 180, less than 360. An example of reflex angle, right? Now next question. Figure it out. Draw angles with the following degree measures. You can simply mark a straight line, then place your protractor, counting from 0, mark at point degree 140, join the line, you will get the angle 140 degree, like this. Question number 1. Page number 53. Figure it out. Question number 1. Draw angles. Now here again A part is 140 degree. Mark a line. Make it a ray. O, A. Place the protector on point O and 140 degree counting from 0. Like this. Place a 0 line over the ray OA, counting from 0. Mark a point on degree measure 140. Join these two lines. In this way you can make angle of 140 degree. Next one is B part, 82 degree. Again mark a ray OP. Place the protector like this. Mark a point at 82 degree. Join the dot. You will get an angle of 82 degree. Then C part, I am doing here 195 degree. Make a straight angle. This is of 180 degree. 195 minus 195 degree minus 180. We left with 15 degree angle. So draw 15 degree angle from here. Counting from 0, mark at 15. Join these 2 points. This is 15 degree and this whole angle is of angle. Suppose this is O P Q R, angle R P O R, angle R O Q plus angle Q O P is equal to 195. Therefore, angle P O R then reflects angle of 195 degree. Its complete is 195 degree. Next one is 70 degree. D part is 70 degree. Mark a line like this. Make it a ray B, C. Place your protector like this. At 70 degree, Starting from 0, mark a point at 70. Join it. You will get 70-degree angle. Now last one is of 35. 35. A part 35-degree. Make a line. Make it a ray. O, P. Place your protector like this. Mark at 35-degree. Start counting from 0. This is 35. 35-degree. Join these. You will get an angle of 35-degree. Okay. Now next is question number 2. Estimate the side of each angle, then measure it with a protector. We do this question on the book. Yes. Start measuring. Keep your protector like this. 0 line and the middle on the vertex. Look at this. Start counting from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. It is between 40 and 50. It is of 45. 45-degree. Next, measure this one. Starting, we are keeping our protector on this side. So count from 0. Count from 0. It goes to 165. 165-degree. Now this one. 120. What about this? 30-degree. This is a right angle. No, it is of 80-degree. Sorry, 85. It is of 80. Not of 80-degree. It is of 85-degree. Now measure this angle. The reflex angle. Mark one line straight to the vertex. Mark one line. This is 180-degree. And what about other one? Other angle is of 170. 170-degree. So 170-degree plus 180-degree, it comes out to be 8 plus 7, 15, 1, 2, 3, 350-degree reflex angle. Okay. Now next is question number 3. Make any figure with 3 acute angles, 1 right angle and 2 obtuse angles. I am going to solve this question on the sheet. Next question. Question number 3 of page number 53. Yes. Question number 3. Make any figure with 3 acute angles. So I am making this shape. Look here. 3 acute angles. This is the shape of a boat, right? Now, what is your question? Your question is, make any figure with 3 acute angles, 1 right angle and 2 obtuse angles. Here, these are 2 obtuse angles and these are 2. This one is 3 acute angles and 1 right angle is there. This is 1 right angle. Okay, you can make this shape. Otherwise, one more option is there. Mark a line, simple line. O point, this is ray OA. One right angle is there. Now 3 acute angles, 1 acute angle, 2 acute angle, 1, 2, 3. 3 acute angles are there. 2 obtuse. Here are 2 obtuse. Now name them. O, A, B, this is C, this is D, E, F. Now write like this. Angle angle AOD is of 90 degree. 1 right angle. Now angle AOB, angle BOC and angle COD, 3 acute angles. Now what about obtuse angles? Angle AOE and angle AOF. obtuse angles. You can go for this answer as well as this one. This one is the accurate shape, and here you can get more than 2 or 3 acute or obtuse angles, right? Next question is question number 4. That is question number 4. Draw the letter M such that the angles on the sides are 40 degree each, and the angle in the middle is 60 degree. Now look here, draw one line, make an angle of 40 degree, starting from here, mark at 40 degree. This is 40 degree angle. From here, mark 60 degree angle. This is 40 degree. Counting from 0, mark at 60 degree. This is of 60 degree. You can increase the length of the segment. Then from here, make an angle of 40 degree. This is letter M. In this way, you can make the letter M. First of all, draw 40 degree, then 60, then again 40. So on the angles on the sides are of 40 degree, and the angle in the middle is 60 degree. Okay. In this way, you can draw the letter M. Next is question number 5. Draw the letter Y such that the 3 angles formed are 150 degree, 60 degree and 150 degree. Now again, mark one straight line Okay, from here mark the angle 150. This is of 150 degree. You can check your angle. Yes, it is of 150 degree, right? Now from here draw an angle of 60 degree. Check your angle. Yes, it is of 60 degree. Now when you measure this angle, dear students, look here. When you measure this angle, look here. Start counting from here. 0 to the line goes up to 150. This angle is also of 150 degree. In this way you are getting the alphabet Y, right? Now next is question number 6 and question number 7. You do question number 6 and 7 yourself. I am explaining the question. The Ashoka Chakra has 24 spokes. What is the degree measure of the angle between two spokes? I already measured this. I can do one for you. Degree measure of angle between the two spokes. Between the two spokes, it is 10 degree. Between the two spokes, it is of between the two spokes, it is of 10 degree, right? Now, what is the largest acute angle formed between two spokes? Largest acute angle formed between two spokes is this one. Less than 90. So it is of 89 degree. Okay. Two spokes. And if we talk about only two spokes, adjacent two spokes, it is of 10 degree. Now, next angle, last one. It is a puzzle. I am an acute angle. If you double my measure, you get an acute angle. If you triple my measure, you will get an acute angle again. If you quadruple 4 times my measure, you will get an acute angle yet again. But if you multiply my measure by 5, you will get an obtuse angle. So if we take 10, 10 fives are 50. No. We take 20, 20 plus 20, 40. Again 60. Again 80. 25. You will get an obtuse angle measure. What are the possibilities for my measure? Obtuse angle. So when we multiply 25 by 5, we are getting 5 5s are 25 to 5 to the 10, 11, 12, 125, 20 into 5, 10, 100. You go for this option 20, because if we are doubling this 20, we are getting 40 acute angle. Then tripling my Mayer plus 20, again we are getting 60 acute angle. If we are quadruple this plus 20, we are getting 80, again acute angle. But if you multiply by Mayer by 5, we are getting 100 degree. So we go for this option. 20 degree. Go for the option 20 degree. 20 degree is the right answer. Look here how. Look at the question. If you double my Mayer, suppose I am taking 20 degree. If I am doubling this, again I am getting acute angle. You triple my Mayer, then I am getting again acute angle. Then if you quadruple 4 times, again I am getting 80 degree angle, which is acute one. But if you multiply my Mayer by 5, then you are getting 100 degree angle, which is obtuse. Right one? So what is the answer? Mayer is 20 degree. Okay. I hope you enjoy this video a lot. So by completing this unit, we are completing the chapter lines and segment. Here are summary of the chapter. A point determines a location, line segment correspondence to the shortest distance, definition of line, ray, and angle. Then size of an angle is amount of rotation. Sizes of angles can be measured as degrees. One full rotation is equal to 360 degree. Degree measures of angles can be measured using protractor. Straight angle 180, right angle 90, acute more than 0 or less than 90, obtuse more than 90 and less than 180, reflex angle is more than 180 degree and less than 360 degree. In this way, you have completed your chapter number 2, line and angles. I hope you enjoyed a lot. Subscribe my channel, share the video, comment, and thank you for your patience, love and support. Have a nice day.